Well. Hello, lovely, beautiful people. I hope you're doing amazing. I hope you're having a blast. I just wanted to come by another day here and whoa, what is this effect? Let me see actually. We're gonna oh, okay. This is much better. So, how's everybody doing? Another beautiful day here, another gorgeous day. Let me just fix the. Let me just fix the audio here so we are having better sound. And I hope you're all doing amazing. We are back here at you with another day of Growth Clinic. Yes, Growth Clinic Day. Every day. We are here for you to answer your questions and figure out how we can help you earn back your time, precious time, so you could have more of it on your own terms. And then also how to actually generate more revenue for your business, for your life, for your family. It's going to be beautiful. Another day here with you. Yesterday was amazing. We got a lot of that wanted to get answers. And since yesterday we went very deep into the psychology of success, today we're going to actually focus more on specific and on how to actually achieve specific business results, specific achievements in your world of business, finance, money, success. And we're going to start that with questions. So first of all, if you want to jump in live on the call, the phone number above is available to you. You're more than welcome to join us. Text the phone number above. Usually, we're not charging you anything. We're not selling you anything here. This is our community service. This is our commitment to serve you. And what I want you to do is to help yourself so that you would get some consulting, some extra input, some third perspective, because you understand we all live inside the glass bottle and trying to read the label. It's really not possible in life. And when you look at any human that has ever done anything worth doing, anything successful, they have all achieved it with other people around them coming and helping them, coaches, consultants. You never see anybody in the Olympics standing on the first, second, third podium without somebody behind them who's actually helped them to get there. There's always got to be somebody to help us improve, to give us honest perspective that is not biased with our best interest at mind. See, having no help is hard. Most of us today struggle with having bad help. Bad help, bad advice will cost you more and set you back further than no advice, because you will eventually have to figure things out through trial and error. However, when we are given bad advice, when we are given advice by people that, by the way, they don't have ill intentions, they just want to help us. So they all want to talk anecdotally from their experience, from their background, from where they went wrong. And they all want to try to serve us using their own experience. That is not the best idea you can do in the world of business. That is not even what you want to do in your life. How many times have you been given advice by people who are miserable and in bad relationships about marriage? How many times? It's very interesting. Everybody thinks they know how to be in a beautiful relationship. They know what to tell you if you're having a problem. But how many of them are in a beautiful, fabulous relationship where I actually want to be more like myself? That's the real question I always ask when people are trying to give me what it is that they think I should be doing with my life, with my money, with my relationship, with my health. I want to look at them. Same thing when I go to the doctor. When you go to your doctor, is your doctor living up to your health standards? Yes or no? Is your doctor actually healthy, looking in shape, or they're not? Because what is a doctor telling you is coming because they're wearing that white jacket, comes from a position of authority, yet authority does not mean that they are able to use the knowledge that they are preaching to actually live the life that they are talking about themselves. That's why mentorship is so much more valuable than being taught a lesson. How many of your teachers in school, in university, who teach economy, teach business, have their own business? How many of them have become successful at their business? Not a lot. See, there is a big difference between teaching and mentorship. Mentorship is the passage of knowledge, wisdom through people who have been there and done that. Teaching, on the other hand, is a completely different ballgame, because everybody thinks they have something to teach somebody else. And that comes not because they want to actually teach, that comes because they want to connect. We all want to connect as human beings. Connection, love and connection, one of our most foundational and fundamental needs of the 6 basic human needs. We did discuss this actually in one of our other events. Every human, doesn't matter what background you come from, what culture you're in. Hey Ryan, how you doing? Thank you for joining us from YouTube watching this. Every human being has one of the 6 basic human needs. Doesn't matter what language, what religion, what country you're from. The need for certainty, the need for variety, the need for significance, the need for love and connection, and the need for growth and finally contribution. Thank you, Ryan, for your subscription. We appreciate and love you. Everybody, we are live on 9 different platforms. Basically, anywhere you are, we are there. We are trying to serve you. We're not selling you anything. We're just trying to speak with you and give you, hopefully, a few extra tools, strategies, and set you up right with the mindset to get you moving. My entire idea is not to get you to keep on watching even me. My idea is to get you moving, because we have access to enough information today. What we're not having enough of is massive action. The massive action that's required for us to put things into perspective, to put things into trial, to make errors, to make mistakes, to fail, fall down, get up, and dust yourself and walk again. That is what we are missing, which is what, by the way, we are all easily blaming on lack of resources. So I don't have enough money. That's because I didn't come from the right background. I don't have enough money because I didn't have the right education. I don't have enough money because I don't have the right country that I was born in. All of these stories of disempowerment that we keep on telling ourselves, which is why I keep on repeating this. Success, my friends, is only 20% strategies and tools. It's 80% psychology and mindset. You could be given the right tools, and so many of us have the right tools. How many of us actually even utilize them and use them in order for us to make a better life on our own terms? The reason we don't is literally because of psychology. We've talked about this a lot. I don't want to keep on sounding like a broken record. Please go back and watch the previous videos if this is something that interests you. Yesterday, day 9, was actually a very interesting conversation. We kind of went deep into the psychology of success, the mindset of success, and why we don't take action. Why do we go into contemplative state of not believing ourselves, not having faith, and actually going focusing on fear? We talked about that a lot. Go watch yesterday's video, number 9, on our YouTube channel. Our channel is called AI, yes, Artificial Intelligence, AI or Buy. So go on YouTube, search AI or Buy, because that's where you get access to all of these records. On LinkedIn, we started uploading some of these as well. Not all of them are there, but let's just move to some of these conversations. If you want to actually speak literally about your own job, about your own success path, about your own business, you could text us above. We're going to send you the link to participate live. You're going to join us on this conversation. This is a live video. This is not a pre-recorded conversation, and we can talk about your specific need and niche. So let's go to this business. It's a owner with limited time, they say. I feel like there aren't enough hours in the day to handle everything. How do I scale when I'm already stretched so thin? How many people, by the way, feel like that? I would say every person feels like there is not enough hours in a day. However, that is probably your biggest curse and blessing at the same time, depending on how you see it. Remember yesterday we were talking about this. If you were with us yesterday, what you focus on with your brain and what meaning you give it gives you the ability to act or the disability to not act. So here the conversation is, I don't have enough hours in my day. I'm already so bogged down with handling everything. How do I scale when stretched so thin? This is what almost not almost, every human on this planet, if you're a billionaire or if you are not a billionaire and you're just making 18 bucks per hour working somewhere or 10 bucks, you're feeling the same experience. The amazing news is the time is the only thing where it levels the playing field for all of us as entrepreneurs, as people with drivers and drivers, and people that want to excel. Every human on this planet, doesn't matter what country, where in the world, what religion background, what belief system, we all have access to 24 hours. There is not a single person on this planet that has access to 28 or 25. 24 hours is all we have access to. So now the bigger question becomes, why do I feel like I'm suffocating and I cannot actually create change in a direction that I want, and I feel helpless? The answer to that is a resounding priority, because we are prioritizing the wrong thing. So this question came from Michael. Michael, since you feel like this, I want you to, number one, understand you're not the only one feeling like this. Number two, you are prioritizing the wrong things, my brother. If you are feeling like you want to scale, yet you don't have enough time, that's because, just like every other business operator, you are focusing your time on doing chores and tasks that must be either delegated or they must be automated. Now, here's the thing. If you're an employee, listen up, because it's the same thing for you. If you feel like you're just an employee, you're working your hours, then you come home and you're now caught up with your family, and between the family time and work time, you don't have enough time to actually do what is necessary for you to break to the next level, break through, and bring in more income to support yourself and your family and your community. You're also doing the same thing. You're making the same mistake. You're not actually enabling yourself to focus your attention on what gets you the result that you want and get you on that path, because you're prioritizing the wrong thing. Yes, you gotta make the sacrifice of cutting things at the expense of gaining things. You see, you cannot just keep on bringing in stuff. You gotta also let go and free up bandwidth of your brain if you want to bring in new information. And while our brain is dealing with such record level of information, how do you do that? How do you actually allow your brain to intake extra information, to be able to process new information? The only way you could do that is by actually freeing up your brain. Funny enough, we have this free gift that we are giving any business owner that wants to use AI, artificial intelligence, to actually leverage change into their lives and free up your time. See, the thing is, the most precious thing you think you have is time. Yes? No, that's not the case. We are told time is the most precious thing we have, yet it is not. Attention is your most precious commodity, is your most precious resource, which you gotta fight to protect from the moment you open your eyes until the moment you go to sleep. And now you're not even fighting the external world, which at all times is trying to hook your attention, is trying to grab your attention, pull you in, your social media, your feed, everything. Guys, I want to share this secret with you. There is an app, if you use Chrome or even better yet, Brave, which is a much better version, lighter version of Chrome as a browser, you can go, this is a hack, please do this for yourself. Do not go as business owners on your social media account, because when you do, like the same way I do it, I go in and I get hooked because the AI, the artificial intelligence algorithm that understands me better than I even know myself, because it has been analyzing me even to the milliseconds of where I actually paused, which posts I actually want to view and watch more than any other post. That algorithm is designed with billions of dollars behind it to hook you. That's why we get in, we log in with the intention of actually going and messaging our client or making a new post. And without realizing it, we are spending 2 hours on our Instagram feed just mindlessly scrolling through the feed. So here's the hack. I want to share this with you. There is an extension. It's called Undistracted. Undistracted. Go to your Chrome. Go to your Brave software browser. You could even do this probably with Edge. So any browser you're on, go and download Undistracted. What you do now is when you download Undistracted, you can go in and turn off your feed for your Facebook, for your Instagram, for your LinkedIn, for your YouTube. You know what you just did? You just shut up the system that is meant to steal your attention, which is your most precious commodity and resource. Now what you do is, when I go to my pages, I'm no longer dealing with all of this garbage that I gotta swift through. Let me see if I could actually share this with you. Yes, I could share my screen here. I'm gonna share my window because I want to show all of you this. This is very interesting. So here, I want to show you what happened when I right now log into my Instagram. Watch this. Let me bring it on for you. This is how my Instagram looks right now. You see this? Blank. Which is perfect because I get to go in my messages. I just check my messages, or I get to just post my post. Now I'm not fighting this system that is just trying to consciously steal my time and attention. Let me show you Facebook. I go to Facebook. Watch how Facebook looks. Boom! Look at this. Look at this magnificent view of Facebook. Watch this. Go to YouTube. This is how you set yourself up for success, my friend. Whether you want to... Look at this. Look at this. It's just empty. I'm not getting tempted to click on the next video that the algorithm knows I absolutely love. And the funny thing is, even when I'm searching, so let me search for some Alec Hormozy video, okay? This is going to be awesome. Watch this. Very interesting. Look at this. Do you see how every post is blurred out? So I'm not getting distracted unless I bring my mouse over it, and now I get to see it, which means I'm not getting distracted by the thumbnails. And by the way, I could even get all of these out. So let me see if I could show you this. This is the extension that I was just talking about. Are you able to see this? Hopefully you are. Let me just see. Yes, you are. Okay, see this? For example, in Facebook, I could actually hide the likes and comments. I could hide the marketplace. On YouTube, I could actually hide pretty much comment, which is also amazing. It doesn't take up my time now. Here, I'm going to hide shorts too. And I'm going to hide the next suggestion. Perfect. Let's just do this one more time. Here comes YouTube. Oh, were you not seeing that? No, you were probably not seeing what I was just showing you. But here, watch this. I want you to see that my shorts are gonna now also get... Oh, no, it didn't do my shorts. No problem. I could live with this. I could live, and I hope you too can live, with coming to YouTube to find a video on how to actually make your business better and finding your YouTube looking like this. No, I could live with that. Tell me now that you're not able to actually earn back your time because you're no longer going to mindlessly scroll through all of this, are you? No, because that is no longer going to be the case by me protecting my attention, my peace, and my time. So that, Michael, is the first thing I suggest for you to do. Don't go on your phone with the app. Use your app to grow your business, to grow money, to grow your resources, to scale and connect and network. And by the way, I could do the same things with LinkedIn. I could do the same things with all the platforms, okay? Make sure you're protecting your peace, your time, and your attention. Most importantly, your attention, because your time and your peace are a direct derivative of where your attention is. Now, another thing I want to tell you all, if you don't know this yet, please, please, when is now the good time to actually get on artificial intelligence and start leveraging it so you could maximize your own resources and time? Today is the best time. Start using artificial intelligence in your life. Don't be afraid of it. Don't be intimidated by artificial intelligence. Artificial intelligence is not here as a big bad beast to take your job away. It is here to empower you so you could be more effective at doing what it is that you can do as a human that is unique to you, rather than what anything can do on an automation plan. If a software can replace your job, that means you're not doing anything worthwhile, my friend. Please pay attention to what I just told you. You have time right now ahead of you within the next 2 to 3 years. Undisputably, by the year 2030, if you haven't figured out how to use artificial intelligence in your life, at your job, and in your business, that means you are not going to have the job, the life, and the business you're having today. I'm very, very honest with you. I don't know if you heard about DeepSeek. I don't know if you heard about DeepSeek. DeepSeek, this Chinese company, just came out with their own version of the artificial intelligence AI, with their own competitor to ChatGPT, which, by the way, is faster, is actually smarter, and they trained the entire model with $5 million instead of hundreds of millions of dollars that ChatGPT spends to actually train their language model, their large language model, their LLM. What does that mean for you? What it means for you is that AI is getting more democratized. DeepSeek actually not only is offering solutions with artificial intelligence at 1/20th of the price of ChatGPT to the end consumer, they actually made it an open source, which means anybody can now just go grab the codes, run it on your own server, and now you have your own local operation of artificial intelligence. It is mind-boggling what you're able to do with DeepSeek. I want you to understand, artificial intelligence is your friend. Treat it as such, and it's gonna reward you with an abundance of opportunities that you didn't even know were available to you before. Especially if you're a business owner. If you're an employee that wants to succeed, figure out how you could leverage artificial intelligence to take care of the day-to-day automations that are happening inside your company, inside your department, inside your job, so that you could actually focus more on getting more value delivered to the end customer. That is literally the formula of success. If you want to get a raise, if you want to earn yourself a raise that is beyond your average of 3, 4, 2% of annual raise that everybody gets after being reviewed, you must be able to provide more value to the end client. If you're an employee, that's your idea. If you're a business owner, it is also what you got to focus on. How can I leverage artificial intelligence so to look after the day-to-day operations. Now, I keep on saying this, and some of you may be thinking, okay, yeah, like what do I do? Like, how do I even do this? What are the tools? There's so many tools. There's so many tools. So, for example, you could right now have AI agents or employees that will answer your phone calls for you. They will have a full-on conversation with whoever you want. And by the way, if you've ever been thinking about opening your own business, this is right now your own time. If you ever were thinking of how can I actually bring more financial freedom and time freedom to my family, to myself, and to my tribe, to my culture, this is literally your time, because AI is making it more possible than ever before for you to be able to focus your attention on automating the processes that will take you time otherwise, and it will suck out the juice out of you. And by doing that, you get to do what the AI cannot do, which is to do the delivery, which is to be in touch with humans and do whatever is necessary for you to get rid of the problems, the pain point of your ideal avatar profile. We've been talking about this a lot. We've been talking about what an ideal avatar profile is. If you don't know that, please go to the previous videos and watch the ideal avatar profile videos. It is critical that you create as a person, even working within a company as an employee, to know who your ideal avatar is. Who are you trying to serve? Who are you trying to cater to? Are you trying to cater to a boss? Okay, that's your ideal avatar. If your boss is in charge of your paycheck, and if your boss is in charge of your life, that's your ideal avatar. Learn everything you can about them. Figure out what makes them tick. Figure out what is their worst nightmare. Figure out when their birthday is. Figure out what makes them happy. Figure out where they like to go eat. Figure out what they like to do in their free time. Figure out what it is that they desire to experience more of. And I guarantee you, please listen to what I'm saying. I guarantee you, when you provide more value that you're being paid for, you will soon be paid for more than the value you will be providing. That is the rule of thumb when it comes to business. That is the rule of thumb when it comes to money. See, we are living during a time right, which is one of the most profound times that humanity has ever experienced. Why do I say this? Because information today is more accessible to any human from any culture with any language model across the planet. With the artificial intelligence, information is now free. You can have a conversation with the artificial intelligence, asking it to act like a specialist brain surgeon. Give it your diagnosis of whoever you know and ask it to now give you what it thinks. The thing is, I have tried this personally when we needed to go to doctors. The artificial intelligence will not miss anything that a doctor can, because you get to speak to them without the artificial intelligence going tired. So information is very, very soon gonna become obsolete. You understand what I'm saying? There was a time that people who went to universities and actually went for 10 years and they retained so much information in their brain, they were rewarded for their ability and their discipline to be able to put themselves through that process and acquire the information that we refer to them as professionals in their fields with. We call those people doctors, lawyers, people with MBAs. However, today, you don't need to go to school for 10 years to learn what a stroke is, how it's going to be fixed, what are the consequences of it, how to go about the physiotherapy and the rehabilitation of it. You could do all of that within 5 minutes. Just talk to GPT, bro. What do you want? There is one thing that cannot be replaced yet. Artificial intelligence is making generative AI, pictures, videos, music. Soon, you're going to have movies that are entirely scripted, directed, created from scratch by artificial intelligence. This is gonna happen, guys. This is gonna happen before you even know it. I'm not even going like 10 years from now. I'm going like a year and a half from now, 2 years from now. I don't even know if it's still in the making right now. But soon that's gonna happen. And it's gonna be happening at a rate that is gonna making videos that are comparable to Hollywood movie quality of Hollywood for like $50,000 instead of $50 million. Now you're telling me that doesn't lower the barrier to entry for creativity, for expression? Of course it will. 100% it will. So now my question is, how are you planning on actually... How are you planning? Ryan is asking, what's my favorite color? Ryan, it changes based on my mood. I don't have a favorite color anymore. But I really love green and I really love blue for different reasons. I love white and I also love pink because they all have different abilities. Different conversation. I just want to... What's your favorite color? Yeah, we talked about that. That was out of the conversation, out of the conversation subject we were talking. But since I love colors, I wanted to actually respond to that. And Isabella says, where are you from? I am currently in Orlando, Florida. I am originally from Toronto, Canada. And we've been traveling the world for the past 3 years trying to deliver value and serve so many businesses with all the questions that we get on how can they actually scale, how can they make more money. That's what we specialize in. So we've been with my partner living a nomad life. It's been absolutely wonderful, and I'm glad that I answered those 2 questions, and it's been nothing less than a blessing. Let's move on because your time is precious and time is valuable. So I want to move on with more questions that hopefully will help more of you guys out. If you want to jump on this call live with us, by all means, text us above and do so. We are still here for another half an hour. Every day from 11 a.m. to 12 p.m. we come with the single and sole intention of serving you so that you can put things into action and get your affairs in order so that you could start moving towards what it is that you want to experience more of quicker, okay? That's the entire idea that we do as breakthrough consultants, for which we get paid $500 per hour. And we're here for our community service because this month was my birthday and I made the commitment to myself. I am going to have to I have to show up. I'm so blessed. I have to give back to our community. So many people don't have access to this. And here's the thing. The real value in this content, in this time, comes when anybody starts to join this conversation so we could give you customized feedback based on your unique situation. Because there are so many of these videos, like I keep on telling you, the informations I'm giving you, they're not new information. You could find all these information. Yes, I hope that you could relate to me and you could vibe with me and you could experience the passion in my voice when I talk about how I'm just so passionate about growth, about success. But I want you to understand, every person is unique. Every situation requires its own strategy on how to leverage your way out of where you are right now and into the next level by breaking through. We all have glass ceilings that we create for ourselves. We talk about this a lot. Success is literally 80% psychology and 20% strategy. So the only thing that's preventing you from experiencing what it is that you want to today is just modalities, sub-modalities that are in our subconscious mind. Does that make sense? I hope it does. Let's move on to another question, please. Another question. I have a question here from Laura. And she's asking, scaling means attracting new customers. Okay, sure. Not necessarily, but sure. Let's just go with that. But I don't want to lose the ones I already have. Good point. Very valid. What's the best way to balance acquisition and retention? Very good question. See, it is so much easier to retain your current customers because you've already paid, Laura, that what we call CAC or customer acquisition cost You have already paid that. You've already paid the fulfillment cost. You've brought them on board. So it is actually more valuable not only to make your customers happy, but to turn them into raving fans. We have a culture of raving fan culture, any business we work with, because we intend on creating raving fans instead of having customers. Customers are the easiest to lose. A customer is yours today and tomorrow is somebody else's because they're constantly looking for the next best thing. A client is somebody that has a relationship with your company and with your brand and is not always constantly looking for a next solution. A raving fan is literally what the name says. They are yours, and not only they are yours, the raving fan goes out and actually brings you so much extra business. So the idea is, one of the easiest ways to actually scale, if you already have a customer base, which Laura, it sounds like you have, is to actually stop focusing on scaling with bringing in new business. Start focusing on turning, and I'm literally saying this because you use the word customer. Start working on the process of turning the customer into a client and with the intention of turning them into raving fans. And I want to tell you this, whether you're watching this as a human being that just wants to get into social media as an influencer, or if you own a business, did you know that when you have 1,000 raving fans, you're already set for life and you're in the millions of dollars? 1,000 raving fans. Please pay attention to what I'm telling you. Everybody thinks they must have millions of followers in order for them to be able to generate success and income. And that's a new idea that, by the way, the Gen Z is growing up with. I got to be an influencer and I have to have my TikTok account that's going to blow up. No, we have actually clients with over 2 million followers on Instagram. They're struggling to generate more than $1,000, $2,000 a month. And do you understand how hard it is to create 2 million followers? Well, it's very hard, but I'll tell you something else. Once you have 100 raving fans, you're already in 6 figures. So stop focusing how to actually create more leads. Stop focusing, especially if you have a customer base, stop focusing on how I could actually generate more customers. If you have a customer base right now, double down on it. This is what we call optimization and maximization, because there is a process. So there's 7 forces of business mastery. One of them is optimization and maximization. So what you want to do is to be able to optimize and maximize what you're doing with your current customer base. Okay. So I have Yasaman here who says, let's see if we could put this on. Yasaman says, I want to start, and Yasaman is from Facebook. She says, I want to start my business as a videographer, editor, and don't know where to start. There's so much competition, and the rest of the message got hidden, which is why we encourage you, Yasaman, to please join us live so we could actually talk to you by texting us. But we're going to talk about this actually as well, because I have a definite soft spot in my heart when it comes to artists. I have a soft spot in my heart for, because in my life, aside from having the privilege of being a business consultant, a breakthrough consultant, and being in the world of marketing for 15, 16 years, I was at one point a performer, a DJ, and I traveled the world. And I know how amazing and fulfilling it is. I became a DJ from being a consultant. I owned my marketing company before I even got into entertainment. But the joy, the reward, the pleasure of answering your heart's desire to make other people happy and to express some form of art and be compensated for it, that joy was so much that it was actually irresistible for me. And for a while, I actually ended up kind of putting the marketing and consulting on the back burner of the grill, and I went full force, which is how I was able to, using my marketing skills, using my business growth strategies, bring myself to be able to travel the world, to perform in front of 10,000 people, 8,000 people many times. What I want to share with you is this: if you are an artist you must understand that there are three things you got to do. And Laura, I hope you got value by what I told you. Focus on turning your customers into raving fans by giving them more value. If you want, come on this conversation live, and we're going to talk more about you as well, specifically once I know more information. But going back to the artist. See, the thing is, artists, there are three pillars of business. If you're trying to open your own business, you got to be able to master three things. Write this down or always go back to this video and reference it. There are three skills or three pillars that any business requires for it not only to thrive, but to first survive. We already talked about this before as well, but it's so important, we'll go over it again. The first one is being the artist and creator. The second one is the manager. And the third one is being the entrepreneur. Now, each one of these fulfill their own specific and unique models and roles that they must be able to fulfill if your business is to survive. Now, with any small business, employee number one, which is the founder, which is the owner, which is whoever starts everything, that employee number one has to be able to, listen to what I'm saying, Yasaman, they have to be able to change their own hat and wear these three hats in order for them to succeed. Until you make enough money where you could start hiring people to do what it is that you don't like. So if you're the artist, if you're the photographer, if you're the videographer, you want to be able to be doing those three things yourself so well until you're able to generate enough revenue to hire your, what is the first thing you want to hire? Assistant. Every business owner, the first thing, employee number two, always becomes an assistant. And that assistant, well, I'm going to actually keep this question up because we are talking about your question. The assistant is always usually the cheapest labor that we could find around us, which happens to be a friend or somebody who told us, this is my friend, hired them. And those people are usually not qualified, which means instead of us actually being able to leverage that help, now we have to train them and we have to actually be able to let them know that we are so passionate about our business and we really need you to please show up with passion. And do people show up with passion at their job? Nah, 90% of people don't. So I want you to understand this. If you're an artist and you want to open your own photography, videography business, the most important thing you got to be able to do is to be able to become the entrepreneur first. What does an entrepreneur do? See, the artist is the one that wants to deliver, is the one that wants to take the photos and look at them and be like, oh, that looks so good. Look at this picture. You look gorgeous in here. That's your artist side. Put the artist aside. The artist is there within you. We have nothing to do with it. It will come out and actually deliver the job. However, your entrepreneur side, the entrepreneur hat that you must wear, is the one that's going to be able to communicate to the person who's not even your client or your customer or your, better yet, raving fan. It's going to have to be able to communicate to that person, wait a second, how can I serve you? What is your need? What do I know is your pain point? Yasaman, if you want to be in a saturated business such as photography and videography, you must be able to niche down. Niching down is very important. Niching down happens in all service industries. And if you want to offer your video and photo services, pick a niche. So for example, what is it that you love? See, the thing is, you got to come up and we got to speak about this. But I know, for example, of photographers, videographers that only focus on dog photo. And now when you focus on taking doggy pictures, now you know who your specific audience is. And by the way, how many photographers are specializing only on taking dog pictures that you know of? Not a lot. How many photographers specialize on taking baby pictures? Almost everybody. How many, by the way, photographers specialize on taking cat pictures? Not a lot. So maybe you could be the cat lady photographer if you have a cat already or if you have a dog. But my point is, once you understand and you find and you define a niche that is specific and is not just, I take photos, anybody who wants photos, come to me. No, you say, I take amazing photos of your dog, of your companion, of your best friend. By the way, nobody else can do what I do because I specialize in this. I know how to treat the dog because I have a dog myself and I'm passionate about them, or I have a cat, or I have a pet snake, and I know how to actually deal with these so that you can get the best shot of your companion and of your pictures and of your best friend. See, that's how you position yourself with a niche, with the entrepreneurship skill. So now again, that becomes very generative, that becomes very general. But I want you to understand the key for success. By the way, why is my video so blurry? Oh, okay. The key to building success in business is not the artist. The artist is obviously there, the creator, the delivery method. The one, by the way, 80% of businesses are started with artists and creators. So most businesses start with 80%, again, artist and creator. And the same numbers, this is frightening, between 80 to 90% of businesses fail within the first 10 years. Do you see the pattern? Do you see the correlation there? If 80% of businesses are started by artists and 80% of businesses die within the first 10 years, do you see why they die? Because the artist is not the entrepreneur and they don't even know how to work on that skill. See, you got to be able to identify what it is within you is the gift that you have to give the work. Right now, you're saying video photo. If the video and photo is your gift, who now needs your gift? And that's your entrepreneur side. So work on the entrepreneurship. Your manager side is going to be the side that's going to manage your time, your attention, your priorities, and most importantly, your energy. Your energy and your attention must be managed peak. Because if you remember, I don't know if you were there, Michael was saying he doesn't know how to actually manage his time, and now he's caught in this pattern where he doesn't have enough time. Now, I want to tell you something. This is not my business. This is not my operation. So this has nothing to do with me, whether you do this or not. But I want to share with you this program where I attended myself. I don't even have an affiliate for this to give you, nothing. I just attended this at least 3 times. This program is by nobody else but the main man, one of the biggest teachers on this planet when it comes to business and success, Mr. Tony Robbins. If you don't know this, I want to give you a little bit of a teaser, especially because this program, what I do, is meant to help you. Watch what the resources are available to you. You got to pay the money for it. It's not my program. It's Mr. Tony Robbins, but I want to share with you my experience because I've gotten so much value out of it, not only for my own business, but for all of the clients we consult with, okay? Let's just watch this for a second.
Winter
and we're
is
gonna
my
come
favorite
right
season.
back.
If you do well in this season, you'll dominate forever.
When people get fearful, they stop taking massive action, and it creates the greatest opportunity of your life. Crisis equals opportunity. Crisis drives transformation. If you can become a gladiator, not just a business person, you will win. Why do you think your business lasted 3 generations?
Culture, values.
What do you think has been the success to keep it going for 47 years?
You have to adapt to change. You got to look what's coming down the pike, and you got to be able to adapt to that.
We all need to be in a position where we start to recognize patterns. Leaders anticipate, losers react.
Very true. Very true.
Impact for me was the clients by identity.
How would you describe yourself as a person?
I'm very practical.
She bought her identity in her person.
Satisfied customers go away. Raving fans stay. Marketing comes down to understanding who is that client. What's your business?
The easy answer is that I have a tech startup.
What is the core business?
If we're gonna do business, you can't do business without understanding business is a reflection of you.
Money is a spiritual game, and I'm a spiritual creature.
For me, it's about seeing it as it is, not worse than it is.
Execution comes from the energy, and engagement equals profitability.
I think my chokehold is
distraction.
It's really wonderful you've already spotted those distractions, but you better put a system solution in there
Distraction.
because the addiction is way too high without a system solution.
It's basically the Platinum Partner version for teenagers. I never thought of doing it in this manner, and I'm afraid.
You have to be courageous. Courage means you're afraid, but you do it anyway, and then you figure it out on the other side of it.
I'm trying to be the operator of all my businesses, so I'm getting overwhelmed and tired.
You have to become a business owner, not an operator. If you act like an owner, you'll become one.
I've been taking on people who actually are not as competent as me.
My goal is to always hire somebody better than me. I'm looking for somebody who's put their entire life's focus in it. You got to learn to say who, not how.
I want to get over my negative association with money. I've had some negative experience with sales in the past, and I want to get that out of my head. I'm going to use it to good and enhance my innate goodness within me.
My breakthrough was changing my mindset. I always had a negative mindset. That wasn't who God called me to be, and it didn't serve me.
My breakthrough happened in jail. I was drinking too much one night. I'm sitting on a cold metal table in jail. I'm 40 years old. I have everything in the world, and I risked it all for that.
If you listen to people, they usually got triggered to change because there was enough pain. Something shifted their story.
Yeah.
Change your story, change your life.
I just don't notice how often he looks at me with love.
The breakthroughs are in the things you're not noticing. When someone said to you in the past what business you're in, you would have said,
media.
What business are you really in?
We're in the business of helping women become healthier, wealthier, happier, and better every single day for free.
I'm in the beauty industry. I have to make every single person that comes in have a memorable experience because that's why they keep coming back.
Hold that for a second. Yes, I mean, if you're still with us, do you remember how I was just telling you that as an artist, you're a photographer, as an entrepreneur, like he was just coaching her, you're not a photographer. You're in the business of capturing special moments for special type of people. Again, I don't know this, but it's critical for you to develop this. For anybody who's in any line of business, critical that you develop this for yourself, okay? What business are you in when you meet people and you tell them is not what you're thinking right now, because they don't care what it is that you're doing. You must be able to know the pain point so that you present yourself as the solution to that on the spot all the time, whether you're an employee or whether you own your own business. Let's continue watching this.
Power in life is state and story. When we're certain, we execute. When we are uncertain, we don't. Divorce the story of limitation and marry the truth of your unlimited capacity.
You have to be a master of your body if you want to be a master in your business.
Use your voice and use your body. Motion creates emotion. State is everything.
How much are you going to grow your business this year?
I'm going to grow my business 33%.
From 350 to 465.
From $18,500 to $20,350.
This will increase my business by 150%, from 3 million to 8 million.
Marketing is way more than just spending money on ads. Marketing is understanding your ideal customers.
If people understand you and they trust you and they like you, they're much more likely to buy your product or service.
People love when you have passion. People love the idea.
Hey, hold on a second. I must come in again and I gotta talk about this guy. You see this guy skating right now? You see this man? This is a dentist in the United States who actually was trying to grow his business, and he didn't know how to do that. He eventually growth hacked his way into just multiples of millions when he started understanding that he must infuse his artist with his entrepreneur that was previously the only one operating the ship. If you want, see, the thing is, that's what I'm trying to tell you. The artist alone cannot do it. The entrepreneur alone cannot do it. That's why you got to go at the same time. The dentist comes into the show on his skating, and he's been sharing his videos of him skating on his dental Instagram and business pages. And he's been growing this huge following base of young kids that are correlating and are connecting with them, forcing their parents, that's the dentist I want to go to because he's cool. And why is growth clinic on my mouth right now? Okay, we continue with this. I want you to see the rest of this. What happened?
Of being able to do business with those who are passionate about something.
There's a big difference between getting big and getting rich. Great operators get tired, great business owners get rich.
The most important investment decision is asset allocation. What percentage of your assets are going to be higher versus lower risk? There is nothing more important. And if you understand this game, you can win.
Realism is optimism. If you are a realist and you really know what's going on, you cannot be anything but an optimist. Making money serve you, you don't serve the money. You're the master of your wealth. And one of the ways you become the master is you've got to figure out, what are these dollar bills supposed to do for me in the future?
Money will not make you free. Creativity and caring will make you free. Your job is to use your creativity, whatever you have, to start creating that sense of freedom and that sense of joy.
I want to help my family creating an investment fund, starting them off, filling the buckets.
Well, that's really beautiful.
A dream of mine is to get to elderly's homes and create a program with essential oils for them.
Having a worldwide chain of birthing and birth education centers.
I was meant to be thinking about the things that I wanted, but all I couldn't stop doing was looking around at the things that I actually have. I have everything I need and want already in my life.
Just moments. That's all we have. Why work this hard if you're not going to create magic moments for those you love? And maybe even for people you don't know. Life's too short not to make this happen. Why get caught up in something you're going to try and hit somewhere in the future and miss the days along the way? The secret to living is giving. That's what it's about.
I want to save 100,000 children from sex trafficking.
Wow, that's awesome.
I could get 20% more leads by simply doing video education online.
Yes.
I can also share this with our raving fans, who are also influencers that we work with now, but we don't ask them to help us.
Go ahead.
Just making sure you get tax planning on your calendar, starting to think like a CFO on a regular basis, or all of the above. I've seen what it does to transform your peace of mind, your life, and ultimately fulfilling your financial and life.
Earned greater attention, transferred more knowledge, and converted more customers. When you do this consistently, you don't need more leads. You need more celebration partners.
It's a story. A hero is struggling with a problem, figures out a solution, but has to go on a journey and achieve a happy life. And when you start using that formula, you do more than close sales. You change lives.
We have saved tonight in 4 songs 3,613 children's lives. There are children praying to God that someone will rescue them. And tonight you answered their call. I can't thank you enough for your incredible generosity. This is the way to live, my friends. Everything that's happened in your life has guided you to this moment right now. Within all of us is the possibility of greatness, a calling to be great. This past week has cultivated that seed of passion and transformed into a life of unlimited possibility. An extraordinary life is sculpted by moments of decisions, moments like right now. Remember, life doesn't happen to us, it happens for us. Live strong, love your life, and live with passion.
Yes. Yes. And live with passion, baby. So this is why I wanted to share this with you, my friends, because again, this is not my program. I'm not selling this. I don't have any affiliation with them. Nothing will come to me if you ever attended that, other than the fact that you're going to bring success to you, your family, and everybody else around you. And that's just going to make me excited and proud of everything that I've been able to achieve. But that's just one of the ways. So I want to tell you that Yasaman or anybody else who's watching this, as the 80% of the artists and creators that actually create these businesses, the visionaries, this is not the path of just doing this alone on your own. You need to be guided. You need help. So find that help. Find a community. Proximity is power. And once you start living with passion, with a purpose, understanding that you're not just trying to make money, you're trying to change lives with your offers, with your services, with your job, then everything will change for you. And that's not just hyperbole. That's not a metaphor. Everything will change, both in your levels of fulfillment, in your rewards, both financially and in coming from society and your team. Everything will change. Okay, this has been beautiful. We spent another hour together and it was nothing less than magical. Thank you so much. I love you all. My name is Bliss. And this was day 10. We got every day, 11 a.m., 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, where we come together and we try to solve problems with our business. How can we actually bring in more money to our family, to our homes, to our bank accounts, and success, fulfillment, and eventually be able to make this beautiful world a much better place to live by doing our shit. That's why I'm doing this. I hope you do yours. Until tomorrow, or the next time we meet you, please don't forget to subscribe, leave us your comments. It really matters to us to see that you're getting value out of this, because that's the only reason I'm here. Thank you so much. Enjoy yourself. Bye-bye.